मन्यमानस्तदात्मानं श्री कृष्ण बलराम की मन्यमानस्तदात्मानं अनष्टो नष्टवन्मृषा नष्टे अहंकरणे द्रष्टा नष्टवित्त इवातुरः. So here in this portion of Bhagavatam we are seeing Kapila Muni explaining about the condition, more specifically the consciousness of a living entity. When he is in liberated state, how does he think? How does he perceive things? When he is in conditioned state, how does he think? So here, with beautiful example, very interesting and very simple example, we can understand this. Manyamanaha tada atmanam. Atmanam, when a living entity thinks about himself. Manyamanaha means to think. What does he think? Anashto nashtavat mrisha. Mrisha means illusion. Under illusion, what does he think? Nashtavat iva, as if he is lost. Is he really lost? No, actually he is not lost. He can never be lost. But under illusion, he thinks he is lost. He is anashtaha, he is not actually lost. But in illusion, mrisha, he is thinking nashtavat, I have been lost. This is how he thinks. Nashte ahankarane drashta. Nashte ahankarane. So here ahankarane means ego. Nashte ahankarane, disappearance of his real ego. What is his real ego? His real ego is, that living entity's real ego, I am part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. I am an eternal servitor of the Supreme Lord. My eternal occupation is to serve Him. I am related with the Supreme Lord. This is his real ego. Nashte ahankarane. If this ego is lost, what will happen? He comes under the clutches of false ego. He starts thinking himself or starts identifying himself with something else. Specifically in this material world, what is that something else? His body. I am this body. People connected to me, to this body, are my people. Things related to this body are my things, my possessions, my wealth, my intelligence, my skill. So this is how he starts thinking. These are all under illusion. None of these things actually belong to him. It's only when his real ego is lost, he starts thinking in this way. Nashte ahankarane drashta, nashta vitta ivaturaha. So now a person may say, okay, let him think in false ego that I am the body. What's the problem? The whole world, everybody are thinking I am this body. They are forgetful of the spirit soul. So let it be. No. Iva aturaha. He becomes distressed. This false identification or false temporary existence will not make him happy. He cannot be satisfied with this. It will put him forcefully into a distressed condition. When we see this, this is what is knowledge. As Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita in the 13th chapter, 20 items of knowledge there. One of them is Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, Dukkha, Dosha, Anudarshanam. This material world is a place of misery, These are the causes of real misery. Which are they? Taking birth again and again, losing our body, succumbing to death again and again, then becoming old and invalid, and getting a lot of diseases. Janma, Mrityu, Chara, Vyadhi. These are the real problems of life. It will not spare anyone. Till the time he is conditioned in this material world, till the time he is under the clutches of Maya, he is under illusion, he has to undergo these things. He cannot escape. So he becomes distressed. So here, Nashta Vitta Iva Aturaha. The example of, say, a businessman or a merchant who is dealing with money, with lot of effort, with lot of hard work, he accrues, he gains lot of profit, and he makes lot of wealth. So he has lot of wealth. Somehow, unfortunately, if that wealth is lost, someone comes and plunders it, what will be his condition? He'll be completely distressed. He thinks as if he is lost. Usually in earlier days and all, for earning money means they used to travel to a distant place, to cities, make a lot of money, and they used to carry that money maybe with their bags or whatever, purses, and they had to pass through a lot of jungles and then come back to their village. So in the jungle, in the forest area, a lot of thieves used to be there who used to plunder the money from traveling people. And in such manner, what if a person's hard earned money is lost? Everything he has lost. Now he is barehanded. Then a person starts thinking as if he is lost. So many years of hard earned money, now it is not there. So what is my life? What is my future now? This is how he starts thinking. Why does he think in this way? Because Prabhupada says in the purport, a person who has lost a great sum of money may think that he is lost, but actually he is not lost. Only his money is lost. But due to his absorption in the money or identification with the money, he thinks that he is lost. So two things. One is absorption with the money or identification with that money. Because of this, he thinks the money is lost, so I am also lost. So this is a vivid example. So likewise, if we are absorbed in matter, this body, whatever things and people related around this body as mine, absorption with them, if we lose them, we think as if we are lost. Someone, maybe our near and dear ones, if we lose them, oh, that person starts feeling as if, oh, life is gone, there is nothing in my life now, everything is lost. Why this concept comes to him? Because so much he is absorbed with those people, so much he is identifying with relation with those people. Oh, I have lost my wife, I have lost my children, or I have lost my parents, my loved and dear and near ones. Because he is thinking, they are my everything. He is not aware of his existence as spirit soul. He is not aware of the temporary nature of this material world. So he becomes absorbed with those temporary things. One or the other day he has to lose them, and when it is lost or when those people are lost, he starts thinking, I am lost. everything is over. He becomes aturaha, completely distressed. So these are the two things. Too much identification and being absorbed with these temporary material things. This is exactly another portion of the Bhagavatam. It says, Bhayam dvitiya abhiniveshatah syat ishadapetasya viparyayo smritihi. When he forgets his real ego as being part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, viparyaya smritihi, when that smriti or remembrance of his relationship with the Supreme Lord is lost, then what does he do? Dvitiya abhiniveshatah syat. He starts identifying with this dvitiya, secondary nature, which is this material body, temporary body, and he becomes completely bewildered, completely distressed, which is not his original position. His original position is Satchit Ananda, eternal, full of knowledge, being always happy, but due to his secondary identification of the body, he undergoes all of these problems. So, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jivera Swarupahaya Nitya Krishna Das. This is his real ego. Any other ego apart from this is false ego. The only ego for a living entity in relationship with the Supreme Lord, that I am the Supreme Lord's part and parcel, I am his servant. In any other way he thinks, that becomes his false ego, that will be the cause for his distress. So, in wakeful condition means he is aware of these things. I am spirit, soul, I am part and parcel of the Lord. Sleeping condition means he is forgetful of this and he has gone into a dream. In that dream, different bodies he takes up, and in the dream, someone is coming and fighting with him, and someone is coming and trying to chop off his head, trying to kill him. All of these experiences he may have to undergo there. But actually, really, is his head chopped off? No. Is there really someone coming and killing him? No. He's just sleeping on his bed. He's just dreaming. In the dreaming condition, he is thinking, oh, someone is coming and hurting me. And that famous example of Prabhupada, what he tells, like he starts shouting, tiger, tiger. In his dream, he is thinking one tiger is coming and attacking him. Where is the tiger? Tiger is not there, it's only in his dream. But that experience of fear, that experience of tiger coming and attacking him, he has become completely fearful. So that experience is real. He is undergoing that. The only way is go and wake him up. Arey Baba, you are not, a tiger is not there, kindly wake up, you are dreaming. So when he wakes up, then where is the tiger? Tiger is not there. The distress is not there. So likewise, we have to become awakened in Krishna consciousness. That is our real awakened state. If we are not in Krishna consciousness, means we are sleeping in the lap of Maya. Different varieties of bodies, different varieties of consciousness she provides, and simply up and down we are just tossing over in the ocean of Maya. We need to wake up. Uttishta, Jagrata, Prapya Varan Nibodhata. This is what Vedic literatures say. So here we can recollect few verses from the Bhagavad Gita wherein Krishna promises us, he gives us assurance, Arey, you are not lost, and specifically referring to devotees, they are never lost. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktaha pranashyati. My devotee is never lost. Whatever condition he be in, whatever he would have done, whatever mistakes he would have committed, but somehow or the other he is engaged in devotional service. He is not lost. And then again in another place Krishna says, Yetu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha ananye naiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Giving up all other material obligations, he has surrendered all his activities for serving Krishna. What does Krishna say? Tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. I will personally pick him up from this ocean of material existence. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate. In this abhikrama, in this path of devotional service, there is no loss, there is no diminution. Even little performed, it will save us from the greatest dangers of material existence. So these verses should give us assurance. So a devotee is never lost specifically. Of course, living entity, they are only not lost, but under illusion they are thinking they are lost. Specifically when it comes to devotees who are aware, at least theoretically, that yes, Krishna is my master, I am his servant, they are never lost. But still, what can be done? We are all not pure devotees. Sometimes in sadhaka stage, we start feeling that, oh, I am lost. So always you should take assurance by these instructions of Krishna. Specifically, like when, like how Srila Prabhupada says, say a simple devotee, he is chanting his rounds, minimum 16 rounds, attending sadhana, whatever little service based on his capacity is given, he is doing that. He is trying to follow the regulative principles. He is not willingly committing offenses. He is trying to avoid offenses, trying to nullify, reduce his offenses as far as possible. Gradually, he becomes purified and becomes eligible to go back to Godhead. This is what is required. Sometimes we may come under the conception that I am not doing some great things, big things. For doing great things, big big preaching activities, that requires Agnya, Asha, Prerana. It requires specific instruction, the desire within the heart, inspiration from within the heart. It should be coupled with Jnana, Bala, Kriya, the required knowledge, skill, facilities. All of these things are not there in our hands. If Krishna provides these things, then it will happen. Otherwise, whatever we are given with, we need to be satisfied. Yadricha labha santushtaha. Just like I remember one old example. There is one cow which is tied to one tree, or maybe some pole somewhere, and some maximum distance it can move around that. That's it. That is where all of its activities, that's it. But still think like this. Likewise, say a simple devotee, he performs all of his activities centered around the deities in the temple, trying to follow the instructions of the spiritual master. In some small geographical area, he is there residing. Still, Krishna will recognize him. Krishna will pick him up from that place. So this assurance we need to have. Just contemplating about this, and based on my whatever experiences with earlier devotees, many a times expressing, few of them, as a feeling, that feeling of as if I am lost. What am I doing here? Usually, this forlorn condition means who is taking care of me? What's happening? What am I doing here? The feeling of as if I am lost. When does it come? When he starts feeling there is no meaning in my life. When he starts feeling the daily routine activities as something monotonous. Daily same schedule, same activities. There is no meaning, it doesn't find any meaning in that. And then if the devotee is not fixed in the goal, is not fixed in the objective. What is the goal of my life? What is my objective? For what purpose have I come here? If he is not conscious of this, if he has if he has forgotten all of these things, why have I come here? He is not fixed in the objective, then he may start feeling that as if he is lost. Or maybe the third one, specifically issues with other devotees. Issue with people above me, below me, left side, right side, front, back, issues with everyone. Then this feeling will start coming, as if he is lost. Though he is among the association of devotees, the feeling of being lost may come to him. Or not being appreciative of the facilities and not being fearful of Maya. Here in devotee association, what are the benefits I am reaping? He is forgetful of that. And not being fearful of Maya in the outside world. If I go outside, what will happen? Practicing devotional service, how much difficult it will become. Not being fearful of that. Then whatever the carefree life, whimsical way of working, whatever comes to my mind, whatever I like, I'll do. This way of thinking. So all of these things will lead to finally as if I am lost. So here, so practically what can we do? Of course, first thing is, this is what we say. All of these, if we read Bhagavad Gita continuously, these specific assurances given by Krishna, promises made by Krishna, Kaunteya pratijanihi, name bhaktah pranashyati, sarva dharman parityajya, mam ekam sharanam vraja, ashuchaha, do not worry, I will take care of you. So these things continuously we should contemplate on. So when we see that our life or our schedules have become monotonous, daily same time getting up, same activities, routine things. But actually if we get deeper into it, one step go ahead. From far it may appear as if something monotonous. But one step, if we try to go closer to it, daily we may wake up and come here to the temple hall for Mangalarti, Kirtan, Sadhana program. There are also varieties. Today, maybe the song is the same, the singer will be different at least daily. The combination of Mridanga player at least will be something different. Some difference is there, we need to identify that. We come take darshan of the deities, different nicely dressed attires, different colors, different garlands, different jewelry. So we need to appreciate, see all these things. There is full of varieties there. And then maybe like say after the program, then maybe our work starts in the daytime. Different challenges, different newer and newer tasks we need to take up and try to achieve them. Different varieties of problems every day we keep facing. Face them, overcome them, and try to achieve results for the mission of our spiritual master. So it's a wonderful, challenging thing. And again, when we sit for reading, daily reading of Prabhupada books, what new thing I'm learning today? When we sit for Bhagavatam class, what is that one thing which something new, what I can implement in my life today? Maybe many things we may already be knowing it, but still this one point, what is striking me? What can I start implementing it from today? Which one thing shall I take up for implementation? So if we start thinking in this way, working in this way, definitely our day will become very attractive. We become very attentive to all of these things. So this is one thing. And then what if our goal is not fixed? So that's why daily morning we chant 10 offenses. The 10th offenses. 10th offense, what do we say? In order to quickly achieve the desired success, which is Krishna Prema, love of Godhead. So this is that highest goal. Even among all kinds of spiritual goals, the highest thing to achieve Krishna Prema, love of Godhead, that is the goal. So we need to work on it. It may not require that we need to, some material goals, material profit, something tangible results may come, may not come, because those things are there in the hands of Krishna. Karmanya vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Our duty is to work, do our duty. The result is not there in our hands, it's left to Him. If He gives, well and good. If He doesn't give, that's also well and good. I have done my duty. Take satisfaction in that. By performance of this duty, by performance of all the instructions what my spiritual master has given, one day it will give me that supreme benediction of my spiritual life, which is love of Godhead, Krishna Prema. So we need to work on that. We need to be aware of this, be conscious of this. And also, if that goal is fixed, then all the problems, some issues what we may be facing, we find it trivial. Just like in an hospital, in an emergency ward, some patient with all injuries, some accident, he has come there struggling with life and death, and the people there, the doctor or the nurse who is treating him, they should be very alert, attentive, quick, and in that way they have to operate on him, because it's a question of life and death. If they are very carefree, okay, that patient is struggling, but today why this is not clean here, why that item is not kept here, oh here this light, this is not functioning now, why, okay, now time for coffee, tea, why that waiter did not come. If they start feeling, thinking and working in this way in an emergency ward, what will be the condition of the patient there? It doesn't serve the purpose at all. Even though something is lacking, even though some problem is there, some light is not working, some scissor is not kept, maybe that attendant is not ready, or different problems may be there, but finally at that moment, with whatever things available, whatever facilities available, we need to do our duty. So that's what is expected there. Similar is the situation of a sadhaka. Here we are living in this material world, having gotten this human form of life, which is very rare. And even after getting this human form of life, already many years we have spent without serving the Supreme Lord, bereft of devotional service. Already many years is lost in my life. with whatever little time available. Even in that, we do not know at what point of time I may be kicked out of this body. At any given point of time, anything can happen. So now, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bija, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we have got this devotional seed. So again, we don't know when we'll get this opportunity. So some problem is there, some issues are there, something is lacking here. Just keep it aside. Somehow with whatever is available, we think we are fortunate, at least these things are there. Compared to people in the outside world, they don't have even these minimum things. So with whatever is available, let me focus on my devotional service. Let me focus on my sadhana. Let me focus on purifying my existence and going back to Godhead. So this is my goal. We should be fixed in this. Otherwise, if we start too much deviating, then we may not achieve our goal. With this last story I'll tell and conclude. The story of Brahma and his instructions to King Prithu. What does he say? Prithu Maharaj has performed 99 Ashwamedha Yajnas and he was about to perform the 100th one. And Indra is coming and again he is disturbing him, not allowing him to perform the 100th Ashwamedha Yajna. He is coming and stealing the horse from that place. 1 time, 2 times, 3, 4 times, again and again. Prithu Maharaj is unable to fulfill that 100th Ashwamedha Yajna. And at one point of time, he made up his mind to go and kill Indra. So at that point, Brahma comes and says, my dear Prithu Maharaj, what do you want? Let this 100, this century, whatever this credit, let it be with Indra. You just be satisfied with 99 Ashwamedha Yajnas. See, think, there were 2 options for Prithu Maharaja. If somehow or the other, even go fight with Indra, kill him and somehow get that horse back and accomplish that 100th Ashwamedha Yajna, what he would have got? He would have got the position of Indra or heavenly kingdom. He would have got. So now Brahma questions him, do you want place in heaven or do you want place in Krishna's heart? So we need to choose. If at all I want this, I want that, somehow that 100 yajna I'll do and maximum what he'll get. He may become the king of heavenly planet for some years and again perform whatever the cycle continue. But because he took the decision of rejecting that, he satisfied Lord Brahma, followed the instructions given by Lord Brahma, which assured him his progress in his spiritual life. So likewise, we may have to give up something, we may have to sacrifice some things, and sometimes many things will not be given to us. Don't go behind it too much. We need to be fixed on what our goal is in our spiritual life, which is to attain love of Godhead, Krishna Prema. Let me conclude with this. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.